Ever felt weighed down by the burdens of life? What if I told you that the key to thriving is in letting go? Join me on a transformative journey as we uncover 10 powerful Stoic strategies that will not only lighten your load, but empower you to thrive in the face of life's challenges. Ready to embark on a journey of resilience and wisdom? Have you ever wondered why it's so difficult to let go and move forward, even when we know it's best for us? It seems like a universal struggle, doesn't it? We've all been there, clinging to past mistakes, lost relationships, or missed opportunities. The past, with its grip of regret and what-ifs, often holds us back from embracing the present and moving towards a better future. But what if there was a way to overcome this struggle, a way to reclaim our peace and thrive amidst the turbulence of life? Indeed, there is, and it comes from an ancient source, the Stoic philosophy. This timeless wisdom offers practical strategies to help us navigate life's ebbs and flows. Stoicism doesn't promise an easy ride, but it does offer a roadmap to resilience and contentment. What if we told you that the ancient Stoics had strategies that can help us master the art of letting go? To understand these strategies, we first need to dive into what Stoicism is. Stoicism, at its core, is a philosophy that originated in ancient Greece around the 3rd century BC. It was popularized by philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, who were masters of their minds, even amidst the chaos and unpredictability of life. But don't let the ancient origins fool you. Stoicism's principles are timeless and incredibly relevant to our modern lives. This philosophy is fundamentally about finding tranquility and fulfillment in life. Stoics believe that we can achieve this state by focusing on what's truly within our control and accepting what isn't. It's about understanding our place in the world, accepting the nature of things, and living in harmony with it. Stoicism doesn't promote suppression of emotions or indifference to the world around us. Instead, it encourages us to experience feelings fully, yet not be controlled by them. It's about responding rather than reacting, and making rational judgments about our experiences. The key principles of Stoicism revolve around 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom to understand the world and make good decisions, courage to face adversity, justice to treat others with fairness, and temperance to exercise self-control and moderation. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of living in the present, of not being shackled by the past or anxious about the future. Stoics believe that the present moment is all we truly have, and we should cherish it. One of the most powerful aspects of Stoicism is its focus on acceptance. Acceptance of life as it comes, acceptance of change as a natural part of existence, and acceptance of our mortality. It teaches us to embrace the imperfections of life, to find beauty in the mundane, and to discover peace within ourselves amidst the turmoil of the world. Now that we have a basic understanding of Stoicism, let's explore how it can help us let go and thrive. Our first strategy is understanding what we can and can't control. This is the foundation of Stoic philosophy, the dichotomy of control. It's a principle that can profoundly shift our perspectives, helping us to let go of things outside our control. Picture this. You're a seasoned sailor, navigating the vast and unpredictable ocean. You can't command the wind or the waves. That's the realm of nature beyond your influence. But what you can control is your ship, the course you set, and how you react to the challenges the sea throws your way. This is the essence of the Stoic understanding of control. The world, much like the ocean, is full of elements beyond our control. The weather, the traffic, the actions of others, world events, these are all things we cannot rule. But like the sailor, we can control our responses to these uncontrollable circumstances, our reactions, our attitudes, our decisions. These are firmly within our realm of control. Now, why is this understanding so crucial? It's simple. When we realize and accept that there are things we can't control, we stop wasting energy trying to change them. We stop fretting over the unchangeable and start focusing on what we can influence. This shift in focus liberates us from unnecessary stress and anxiety. Think about how much energy we expend worrying about things outside our control. It's like trying to hold back the ocean with a broom, futile and draining. But imagine if we redirected that energy towards areas we can control, like our attitudes, our responses, our personal growth. The potential for change is immense, and there's an added bonus. By focusing on what we can control, we also become more resilient in the face of adversity. We become like the seasoned sailor who, despite the storm, remains calm and focused because he knows he's doing all he can. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember the Stoic dichotomy of control. Separate what's within your control from what's not. It's a simple strategy, but its impact can be profound. By focusing on what we can control, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. Our next strategy is embracing change. Within the realm of Stoicism, change is not seen as a daunting or unsettling force. Rather, it's seen as a natural, inevitable part of life, as constant as the rising and setting of the sun. Stoics understand that life is like a river, ever flowing and ever changing. They acknowledge that trying to resist this natural flow is like trying to hold back the waters of a river with your bare hands. It's not only futile, but it also adds unnecessary stress and discomfort to your life. Picture this: you're standing on the bank of a river. The water is flowing past you, carrying leaves, twigs, and other debris along with it. You could spend your time and energy trying to catch and hold on to these items, or you could simply watch as they flow past, acknowledging their existence but not clinging to them. This is the Stoic approach to change. By accepting change as a part of life, we can let go of the fear and resistance that often come with it. We can learn to adapt, to go with the flow, and to embrace the new opportunities and experiences that change brings. It's important to note that embracing change doesn't mean we have to like every change that comes our way. It simply means we accept that change is a part of life, and we learn to navigate it with grace and resilience. We understand that change is often outside of our control, but how we respond to change is within our control. So the next time you're faced with a change, big or small, try to see it as an opportunity rather than a threat. Remember, it's not the change itself that causes discomfort, but our resistance to it. By embracing change, we can let go of this resistance and move forward with ease and confidence. Think of it as an adventure. Life is a journey, and change is simply the scenery along the way. It may be beautiful, it may be challenging, but it's always changing. And that's what makes the journey so fascinating. When we embrace change, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and experiences. Another powerful strategy involves practicing detachment. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, detachment doesn't mean becoming cold or uncaring. Rather, it's about developing a healthy distance from the things and situations that can otherwise consume us. Consider the world around you, buzzing with activity and filled with countless external factors that are beyond your control. Stoic philosophy encourages us to mentally and emotionally detach from these externalities. This doesn't mean we should ignore them, but we should avoid letting them dictate our happiness or peace of mind. Think of it like this: you're a rock in a stream, and the water flowing around you represents the external world. The water may rush against you, it may even erode you over time, but it cannot move you from your place. You remain steadfast, unswayed by the tumultuous current. That's what practicing detachment feels like. Now, how can this help us let go and move forward? When we learn to detach, we free ourselves from the weight of external circumstances. We stop clinging to things we can't control and instead focus on what we can: our actions, our responses, our inner selves. We let go of the fear of loss, the craving for gain, the worry about what others think. We learn to accept that everything outside us is transient and impermanent. This understanding allows us to experience life more fully, without the fear of change or loss holding us back. We start to see the world not as a source of stress or disappointment, but as a stage for us to act, learn, and grow. But remember, detachment is a practice. It's not something you achieve overnight. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to step back from the immediate rush of life. It's about finding that inner calm amidst the storm, that still point in the turning world. Detachment doesn't mean indifference, but it helps us maintain our peace of mind in any situation. So, the next time you find yourself gripped by worry or frustration, remember the Stoic practice of detachment. It may just be the key to letting go and moving forward. Our fourth strategy is about accepting imperfection. This principle is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy and is a powerful tool for personal growth and well-being. Perfection is a myth, a mirage that keeps moving farther away the closer we think we get. Stoicism teaches us to accept that imperfection is a part of life, an inherent aspect of our human condition. No one is perfect, and nothing is perfect. Understanding and accepting this truth can free us from the shackles of unrealistic expectations and self-criticism. Accepting imperfection in ourselves is not about condoning laziness or mediocrity. Instead, it is about recognizing our limitations, accepting that we are works in progress, and understanding that growth and learning are continuous. It's about acknowledging that we will make mistakes, we will falter, and we will fail sometimes. But that's okay. Each stumble is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become better. But it's not just about accepting our own imperfections. It's also about accepting imperfections in others. We often judge others harshly, holding them to high standards and expecting them to meet our idealized expectations. But just as we are not perfect, neither are they. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, our virtues and vices. Accepting this can lead to greater compassion, empathy, and understanding. Remember, acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It doesn't mean that we stop trying to improve ourselves or stop expecting others to treat us with respect and kindness. It simply means that we accept things as they are, without letting them define us or our worth. Accepting imperfection is about embracing the flawed, the broken, the messy parts of ourselves and others. It's about seeing beauty in the imperfections and understanding that it's these very imperfections that make us unique, that make us human. So, let's let go of the illusion of perfection. Let's embrace our imperfections and those of others. Let's be kinder to ourselves and more understanding of others. For in doing so, we not only free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety, but we also pave the way for a more compassionate, understanding, and accepting world. Accepting imperfection allows us to be more compassionate and understanding, both to ourselves and others. Our fifth Stoic strategy is about living in the present. This strategy is all about focusing on the here and now. The Stoics believed that the present moment is the only moment we truly have control over. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. All we really have is this very moment, and it's here where we should focus our energy and attention. Living in the present allows us to let go of past regrets. We've all done things we wish we could change, but as the Stoics would remind us, we can't alter the past. Dwelling on it only robs us of the joy we could be experiencing in the present. Instead, we should use our past experiences as lessons, not anchors. They are stepping stones on our path, not chains holding us back. Similarly, living in the present helps us to let go of future anxieties. It's natural to worry about what's to come, but the Stoics understood that the future is largely out of our control. Worrying about it only creates unnecessary stress and distracts us from fully experiencing the present. Instead, we should focus on what we can control, our actions and responses in the present moment. By living in the present, we also open ourselves up to experiencing life more fully. When we're not distracted by past regrets or future worries, we can truly engage with the world around us. We can appreciate the beauty of a sunset, the warmth of a friend's smile, the simple pleasure of a good meal. These are the moments that make life truly worth living. But how do we cultivate this focus on the present? It's a matter of practice. It involves catching ourselves when our minds start to wander to the past or future and gently bringing our attention back to the present. It requires mindfulness, patience, and persistence. But the rewards are well worth the effort. By living in the present, we can fully engage with life and find peace and joy in the now. The next strategy we're going to talk about is practicing gratitude. This is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, a practice that encourages us to shift our perspective from what's wrong in our lives to what's right, from what we lack to what we have. Imagine the power of focusing on the positive aspects of your life. The Stoics believed that gratitude can transform our mindset, making us more resilient and better equipped to handle the ebbs and flows of life. It's about acknowledging and appreciating the good in our lives, the things we often take for granted. Think about it. When was the last time you paused to appreciate the smell of freshly brewed coffee, the warmth of the sun on your skin, or the sound of a loved one's laughter? These simple moments, often overlooked, are the threads that weave the fabric of our lives. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring the negative or brushing off our problems. It's about embracing a balanced perspective, recognizing that life is a mix of both good and bad, and that even in the midst of difficulties, there's always something to be grateful for. So how do we practice gratitude, you ask? It's simpler than you might think. Start your day by jotting down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand or profound. They could be as simple as the comfort of your bed or the taste of your favorite breakfast. Cultivate this habit, and over time you'll find your outlook on life becoming more positive, more hopeful. This is the power of gratitude. It's an antidote to negativity, a tool to help us let go of what's holding us back and focus on what's propelling us forward. It's about acknowledging the abundance in our lives, and in doing so, we free ourselves from the shackles of dissatisfaction and discontent. Practicing gratitude helps us appreciate what we have, instead of worrying about what we don't. Our 7th strategy is about valuing inner virtue. The Stoics, ancient philosophers who focused on personal ethics, held a profound belief that our inner virtue and moral character should take precedence over all else. They argued that a person's worth should not be determined by their wealth, status, or societal approval, but by their inner virtue, their honesty, integrity, kindness, and wisdom. This concept may sound alien to many of us who live in a world where success is often measured by material possessions and popularity. We are constantly bombarded with messages that tell us we need more money, more likes, more followers, more accolades. But the Stoics invite us to challenge this narrative and reconsider what truly matters. They urge us to focus on cultivating our inner virtue, on becoming better individuals, rather than chasing external validation. Why? Because while external factors are fleeting and often out of our control, our inner virtue is something we can influence and nurture. It is the foundation of our character, the essence of who we are. When we begin to value our inner virtue, we start to detach from the societal pressure to conform and to fit into a certain mold. We no longer feel the need to be validated by others because we find validation within ourselves. We become self-sufficient, finding contentment and happiness within our own being. This is not to say that we should disregard the opinions of others completely. Constructive criticism can help us grow and improve. But it's essential to remember that our self-worth should not be tied to these external factors. Our worth lies in our actions, our choices, our virtues. It's a journey, a process of self-discovery and self-improvement. It's about striving to be the best versions of ourselves, not for the applause of others, but for our own peace and happiness. It's about understanding that the only approval we truly need is our own. By valuing inner virtue, we become self-sufficient and find happiness within ourselves. Our 8th strategy is about accepting our mortality. This might sound grim, but it's actually one of the most liberating aspects of Stoic philosophy. Stoics teach us to welcome the certainty of death, not as a morbid curiosity or as a source of fear, but as a natural part of existence. Consider this: we are all passengers on the same train, moving towards the same destination. The journey might be long for some, short for others, but the final stop remains the same for everyone. Accepting this truth doesn't make the ride any less enjoyable. It simply reminds us to appreciate the journey. Accepting mortality is a powerful tool for letting go. It helps us shed the fear of the unknown, the fear that often holds us back from fully embracing life. It encourages us to let go of the petty squabbles, the trivial worries, the insatiable quest for more, and instead focus on what truly matters. Imagine you knew today was your last day. How would you spend it? Would you waste it on anger, resentment, or regret? Or would you choose to fill it with love, gratitude, and joy? By accepting our mortality, we're prompted to make every moment count. This doesn't mean we should live recklessly or without consideration for the future. Rather, it means recognizing that every day is a gift, not a guarantee. It's about making conscious choices, valuing relationships, embracing opportunities, and appreciating the simple pleasures. Stoics advise us to meditate on mortality, not to induce fear, but to cultivate gratitude and heighten our experience of life. It's a gentle reminder that we are not permanent, that our time is limited, and therefore precious. So take a moment each day to reflect on your mortality. Let it inspire you to let go of the trivial, to forgive quickly, to love deeply, and to live fully. By accepting our mortality, we can live each day as if it were our last and make the most of our lives. Embrace this Stoic strategy and let it guide you towards a life of greater fulfillment and contentment. These are just a few Stoic strategies that can help us let go and thrive. We embarked on a journey to explore the profound wisdom of Stoicism and its practical strategies for letting go and moving forward. Each strategy we've discussed holds a unique power and relevance, enabling us to face life's challenges with grace and resilience. Firstly, we delved into the concept of understanding control, recognizing that the key to serenity is to distinguish between what we can change and what we must accept. This is the cornerstone of Stoicism and a fundamental step towards letting go. Next, we embrace the idea of change, understanding that life is a constant flux, and our ability to adapt is a testament to our strength. By accepting change rather than resisting it, we foster growth and personal development. Our journey continued with practicing detachment, a strategy that teaches us to appreciate things without becoming overly attached to them. It's about finding balance and understanding that external possessions do not define our worth or happiness. We then accepted imperfection, realizing that perfection is an illusion. By accepting our flaws and those of others, we cultivate empathy and patience, both crucial for a fulfilling life. Living in the present was our next stop. We learned to focus on the here and now, freeing ourselves from the chains of past regrets and future anxieties, thus leading to a more mindful existence. Practicing gratitude followed, where we acknowledged the importance of appreciating what we have rather than longing for what we don't. This strategy fosters positivity and contentment, making us more resilient in the face of adversity. Valuing inner virtue was our penultimate strategy. We discovered that our true worth lies within our character and virtues, independent of external validation or material wealth. Lastly, we confronted the most profound of all, accepting mortality. By acknowledging our finite existence, we learn to cherish each moment and live our lives to their fullest potential. Remember, letting go is not about forgetting or dismissing our experiences, but about freeing ourselves from their hold so we can live more fully and authentically. This journey of Stoicism is not a destination, but a continuous path towards a more fulfilling and present life. Congratulations on unlocking the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. If you found these strategies helpful, remember to subscribe for more insights on thriving in life. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this journey together. Thrive by letting go, because true strength comes from within. Until next time, stay resilient, stay wise, and keep thriving.